As young lawyers, we sometimes struggle, many of us struggle as to, what are we going to do? We have graduated from a law school. We have a degree that took a lot of work. We can do many things with it. In fact, I was urged to go to law school after earning a degree in philosophy where I didn't know what to do with that as far as earning a living. I was told, why don't you think about going to law school, because there's a lot of options. When you go to law school, you're not locked into one particular thing. Well, as it turns out, that's an understatement. You can do many, many things with a law degree. So what do you do? What I did, in my case, is I took an early interest in consumer law. I ended up working with the Attorney General's office in the state of Missouri. I ran sting operations. I also had the opportunity to do investigations. I filed suits. I brought criminal cases. I brought civil cases. I tried cases. And this was something that gets in your blood when you have a chance to go to court and right a wrong, tell the judge that here's the evidence that this business lied to this consumer, and it's quite satisfying to have an order come down and say to business, cut it out, stop it. It's a natural born, I think, cheater detector we all have in ourselves, and that's the path I took in law. Is I thought this feels good. It may go back to the age of 7 or whenever I started reading comic books. I loved superheroes because they came swooping in. They found someone who needed help and they helped out. And it feels good. It feels right. So if we can do this in the law, if we can find someone who needs help and come in and help them out, it feels good. And it's a natural reward for what we do. So I did have an early interest in consumer law, and that actually in the last 8 to 10 years has led naturally to another interest that we're pursuing at Campbell Law, the appellate law. And the reason is consumer law is often on the cutting edge of issues. We find ourselves, actually over the last 8 or 10 years, we found ourselves appealing enormous numbers of cases, far more than I'd ever appealed before in my life when I worked in other types of litigation. In fact, it seems like it's more likely than not that we have more than one appeal going at a time. Sometimes we've had as many as 6 separate appeals going on at one time. So this has become a big part of our practice, and it's been necessitated by the fact that we're bringing cases that challenge the boundaries of what has been done before. So what's really nice about this is that I found 2 people that have these same values and same interests. And John and Alicia and I have found a home together, working together as Campbell Law. And this is a great opportunity for us. We all have experience writing briefs. We all try cases. We all know what it's like to work up a case, and it's not glamorous like you see on TV. Quite often it's a matter of looking at thousands of documents. It's a matter of interviewing many witnesses who have conflicting stories. Not that all of it's difficult. Sitting down with your own client can be a joy. Sitting down and talking to someone for an extended period, and we do treasure the flexibility we have at this firm to sit down and really get to know our clients. It makes the case go better in 100 ways. To have a good relationship with your client, to have them understand what you're going to be doing with their case, to advise them as to the risks and the potential benefits, to let them know that, yes, they may be called into court. A lot of them are nervous about, I don't want to give a deposition. Well, we tell them what a deposition is like. We've walked hundreds of people through this process of advising them. Here's what a deposition is like. Here, let's sit down and I will be the attorney asking you questions. You'll get really familiar with this and you'll get comfortable with this. So these are some of the many things we're going to be doing at Campbell Law. So we have three legs that lead to this foundation of what we are. And the one is that we are a class action firm. The second is that we are a consumer law firm. And the third is that we do appellate law. And all 3 of these often work together in the same case. We enjoy the challenge. This is not easy law. It can be rewarding, it can be frustrating. We hate to lose, just like everybody else. We've been fortunate so far. We've been recognized by third parties, such as the only statewide newspaper in Missouri. It's a legal newspaper called Missouri Lawyers Weekly. We've won awards, which feels good. It always feels good to be recognized for your hard work. The last thing I'll mention on who we are now is we do have that interest in advancing good causes, public interest law. We want to take causes where we can, and we're very selective about this, but we feel driven to always be working on at least one thing where we can say we are helping someone that needs help and also change the bigger picture about how the system works. There's a lot of people being crushed by unfairness out there, and sometimes the situation needs to be changed in a way that can be changed through the courts. We can't change the legislature, we cannot change the executive, but we're lawyers. We can go to court, we can present these situations to judges, and sometimes they agree with us, and it's been a great joy to be able to do that. We will continue doing that.